When my asthma was very, very bad, it felt like someone dropped an anvil on my chest and I couldn't get it off. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath.
You may not think about the importance of healthy lungs until you experience a breathing problem. Today on Health and Family, we hear from Jennifer, a patient and advocate for the Lung Health Foundation, and respirologist Dr. Samir Gupta to learn more about the impact of lung disease, such as asthma, and the importance of protecting our lung health.
So asthma is a disease of inflammation. It's a disease characterized by inflammation in the airways of the lungs. And because people have that inflammation, their airways become a little bit more narrow than they should be, but they also become twitchy, they become sensitive. There are many different symptoms that patients with asthma can experience. The biggest thing is that the asthma can hit at an unexpected time. They can be exposed to something that they don't expect in their environment and suddenly experience that attack. It might be something as simple as cold air in a Canadian winter. It might be exertion. It might be trying to climb a hill where all of a sudden the asthma can be triggered by that exercise effort and the person can develop that coughing, that wheezing, that tightness, and that can have a major impact on someone's quality of life.
Jennifer Faulkner is 61. She's lived with asthma since her 30s. Over time, she became used to experiencing shortness of breath until it affected her work.
So fast forward a little bit, I'm at work, I'm a letter carrier, I'm carrying 35 pounds of mail, going up hills, extreme humidity, extreme cold. I knew one day it was very, very humid out, and I knew the asthma would bother me that day. And I went to my boss and I said, could you please cover a section of my route because I don't think I'm going to be able to complete my duties today. And I went to my doctor and he gave me a mask, gave me more prednisone, gave me more Ventolin, and wrote me a note to my employer that said, Jennifer has severe asthma. If she asks for help, you will give it to her. And I thought, what do you mean severe asthma? Because by now, I can't play. I've got grandkids, I can't play with them. I'm struggling at work all the time. I can't do any of the things that I really enjoy.
Jennifer's asthma was undertreated, putting her airways at risk of further permanent damage. Medicine is always evolving, and it's important for patients to seek help from their healthcare provider and not be accepting of ongoing symptoms and limitations.
There has been massive progress in terms of what we understand about the cause of asthma, but also in terms of how we've been able to address that with medications.
Medication is one pillar. Lung disease also requires patient involvement and education for optimal symptom control.
One of the important things with lung health is the patient side of things. So the physician side of things is we can make a diagnosis and we can give you medicines to control inflammation, but particularly in diseases like asthma, it's also what the patient does. Being aware of your triggers, being aware of your symptoms, avoiding your triggers, and simple things like being active, exercising. These are the kinds of things that are really important for lung health in general. And so it really becomes a partnership between the provider and the patient in controlling these kinds of conditions.
Through seeking help with her doctor, Jennifer was fortunate to be enrolled in a clinical trial.
I was extremely lucky. I got the trial medication right from the get-go, and it was like somebody flipped a switch and I got my life back. I now kayak, I play with my grandkids. I was hiking the Niagara Escarpment this past weekend. I had a wonderful time with my daughters.
Dr. Gupta shares a final message for all patients experiencing the symptoms of any lung disease.
If you have symptoms with your lungs, see your doctor. We're here to help. We have great tools to make diagnoses. One of the best tools we have is lung function testing. A simple test called spirometry where you blow into a machine and we measure your air can tell us a lot. Can tell us if you have asthma, other lung conditions as well. And so see your doctor, let someone know you're in trouble. Let someone know you're having symptoms. You shouldn't be having cough. You shouldn't be having breathlessness or wheeze or tightness. We have good medicines for most lung diseases. We can get people better. And the earlier you do that, the less you suffer.
Jennifer is now a passionate advocate for the Lung Health Foundation, which has been so helpful in her recovery. The Lung Health Foundation is dedicated to improving the lung health of Canadians.
They are a wealth of information. They can help you tremendously. Please, please, please advocate for yourself. If you're not feeling good, go to your doctor. Do what you have to do for you.
Patients with concerns about asthma or other lung disease can speak to a certified respiratory educator through the Lung Health Foundation's Lung Health Line. It's a free service where Canadians can chat live online, email, or call toll-free.